My friends, let's do a love reading. Harry Potter could be symbolic. I'm wearing my Dementor, is it Dementor's shirt? I don't even know. Anyway, so I wanted to come on, I felt called to come on and get this deck. And whenever I'm called to a specific deck, there's usually a specific message that needs to come out. So you'll know if you resonate with this or not. You know, not every one of my readings is going to be for you, but let's have a look. Listen to your intuition. If you're feeling called to stay, there's a reason. You could be someone who works in the cosmetic field. Maybe you're a cosmetologist is what I'm hearing. We have hair, nails, esthetician, skincare. Is it esthetician? Anyway, I'm sorry if you're an esthetician and I'm not pronouncing it right. Anyway. We have elevation. So the reason I came to do this reading is because I was picking up on this elevated energy, this high vibrational energy. So that is very interesting. We have next level completion phases. So it feels like maybe you're about to go to the next level. Interesting. I saw there could be something coming because this is reminding me of something I saw yesterday, it was like a clip using a voice clip from Mary Poppins, Dick Van Dyke, whatever the words are, like winds in the east, whatever that little line is that he says when he's talking about change coming in. So you could be someone who feels like there's change coming. Maybe you are someone who is nesting right now. Maybe you're getting rid of things. Maybe you find people are dropping out of your life. Maybe you feel like something is coming. It's because you're elevating and your higher self knows that there's something coming and you're being prepared for it, is what I'm hearing anyway. And we have, this is the butterfly deck, my little butterfly. So clearly you're changing and evolving because I chose the butterfly deck. And interesting. We have rebound coming out, but that doesn't, I wasn't sure if I said it right, but that doesn't need to mean the rebound in that sense. We have karmic balance here. So, I hate to say it, but maybe someone you were connected to, you would know this, possibly had a karmic, and maybe they've recently learned a lesson. Maybe you were meant to be, maybe there's some sort of karmic lesson when it comes to your own self-love, self-care. But anyway, let's cut the deck. Today I seek out chances and opportunities that bring me closer to I can't see the rest of that affirmation, but that could be you. We have spiritual power, divine wisdom. So again, you could be, this is interesting. You could be being called to help other people with growth or healing in some sense, or just in some way. Interesting. I've never even seen this card. You're a light worker who has come to Earth to teach others about love. Be the change. What? I've never even seen that card after I was saying we have spiritual power and help here. So I'm hearing a few different things. You could be someone you could be a counterpart who's working on your spirituality, working on your own ascension, and maybe that is helping this person that you're connected to. But I was hearing spiritual power, using your divine wisdom and your own spiritual power and knowledge to help others. And now we have you're a light worker here. So my friends, well then, if you're thinking about doing it, do it. The more people we have spreading light, the better. Okay? The more the vibration of the planet will rise. Believe it. So do you think this is what I thought I'd be doing? Nope. Anyway, so let's get into what do you need to know about what's coming towards you? That's too many. That's too many. I'm not even going to look at them. If they want to come out, they'll come out. What is happening here? I can't even see those. So we have fire. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, or you could be a fire sign. Interesting. This is interesting. I need more. So you could have connected with a fire sign through, this person could be into like, they could be very scientific. They could be into, we have engineering and science here. So you could be dealing with someone who, maybe you're someone who's always been very logical and like very science-based thinking. You know, years ago, that's how I used to be. I used to be like, I only believed in science. I didn't believe in other life forms. I didn't believe in religion. I didn't believe in hope. I didn't believe in manifestation. I didn't believe in any of it. I was very like, science is the only thing. So that could be you, especially with this light worker energy and the fact that I said, what is this reading about? The fact that I said, you know, you could be someone who's meant to be a light worker, and I mentioned the fact that that's not what I thought I would do. So maybe you're someone who, you know, is starting to see yourself possibly as being a light worker. Maybe you already are. But we also have mommy issues here. So you could be connected to someone who has mother wounds. Maybe you have mother wounds. Let's see what else comes out. I need to get more information. We have business. So very much, we have self-employed and business. No need to worry and pause. Take a moment, 2 paths, timing, break. And delay. So if there's something you're experiencing a delay in, there's a reason. This is so interesting. It's really interesting because I'm getting this urge to stop this reading, and I know what that's about. That's ego. I'm feeling ego right now. Anytime I'm being called to like, oh no, stop this reading, it's probably not good or whatever, it's ego. So you could be someone who's struggling with your ego when it comes to your path. This was supposed to be a love reading, but this seems to be about business. I mean, it could still be love. We'll have to keep looking here. But we have business and self-employed. So you could be dealing with someone who is like a business person. Maybe they're like a scientific business person, someone who's self-employed. But it feels to me like right now you could be in separation with someone, possibly a counterpart. And right now you're being guided to focus on business, focus on your soul path. And we have no need to worry. Have faith, talk less, feel more. So this science card, you could be in a very, like you might not be a scientist, but you may be someone who, again, is thinking about starting your own business when it comes to being a light worker. And the logical side of you could be like, well, that doesn't make sense. Maybe you're fighting it. Maybe you're struggling with that choice. Because we have take a moment, 2 paths. So it feels like you're at some kind of crossroads right now. And we have transformation, growth, change, expansion, broadening horizons. So let's see what else comes out. We have mending. Oh my gosh. Commitment issues, letting go. Oh, it feels to me like this is... it feels to me like this, take it as it resonates, don't make it fit, but it feels to me like you were dealing with someone who was afraid of commitment, could have been a runner, you could be divine feminine, they could be divine masculine. Someone with commitment issues, it feels like you're trying to let them go. It feels like, you know, there's a pause here and you're trying to release this person, but it's interesting because it feels like this person wants to mend things with you, but you could be someone very focused on work right now. I was just saying, you could be someone who's very focused on work right now. Maybe you were hoping to mend things with this person, but then there's been delays because we have that delay card. So right now it feels like you're being guided to focus on your soul path, but let's see what this is about. Let's keep going. We have wanting to repair a connection, wanting to find resolution. We have the Lovers. So it feels like there's a connection here you want to mend. Someone you feel possibly you have a spiritual connection with. 1 second. We have nurturing on the bottom, which is like Empress energy. So you very well could be divine feminine. And, you know, maybe the person you're connected to is very, like, doesn't believe in spirituality, but there's something huge here about you being a light worker and focusing on that while there's this delay. While you're, you know, I don't want to say you're waiting to mend things with someone, but it does feel like there's a pause right now when it comes to a reconciliation here. Let's get a few more. So we have, this feels very much, what are you? Delays again. We have air, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have daddy issues. So it feels to me, lack of boundaries, clingy, vulnerable, safety. So it feels to me like you and this person. We have Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This feels like you were dealing with someone where both of you had childhood wounding. That's why it feels like a counterpart reading. It feels like both of you had childhood wounding, and, you know, we have putting others first here, and it feels like maybe you were, like, maybe you're the one with the daddy issues, and I don't mean that in, like, I'm talking about, I would rather say parental wounds because of some of the ways that that's, like, depicted online, like, oh, they have daddy issues. I'm seeing parental wounds where maybe, you know, you were always putting this person first. Like, maybe you even put them above your job, or your hobbies. And it feels like you and this person, you know, were meant to bring out some of these parental wounds to like heal and balance them. The person you're connected to may be somebody who has a hard time taking accountability too. This is an interesting one. Don't forget about that. Again, I can feel ego right now. So don't forget about that first part with the light worker. Like, if you feel like you have a gift, believe in that. Take it from someone who, you know, a few years ago was sitting around watching other tarot readers, and I had that little whisper, my intuition saying, you could do that. And I felt so called to it. Like, I felt so drawn to it, and I didn't understand why. And I ignored that intuition for too long. That's part of the reason why I talk about it in my readings, to listen to your intuition, especially if it comes to following a dream or being a light worker. Again, I mentioned light workers are helping raise the vibration of the planet right now. The more of us there is, the better. And again, my ego, like, you could be struggling with your ego when it comes to that. So let's just get a few more. We have manifest, speak your world into being, step up and lead. And we have lighten up, clear your mind, passions. So there is something here about following your passions. We have education on the bottom. I was not expecting this. So if you are experiencing delays in a reconciliation, in a soul connection, it's time to start working on your gifts. It's time to start manifesting a business for yourself. It's time to start manifesting that into existence is what I'm hearing. Step up and lead. You're meant to help others. Light worker. And we have education. So if you've been thinking about it, you can start with educating yourself about it. Educate yourself about business. If you've been thinking about reading tarot, educate yourself about tarot. Take a tarot course, you know. When I first started out, there was one online that was like, you can either pay this much or this much. And I didn't have any money, so I paid the less amount. You still get the course. Some people pay more. Anyway, it's worth doing. Like, it's worth doing. Anyway. And we have transition, patience, adventure, potential. So it feels like right now, a connection that you want reconciliation, a lover's connection, soul connection, possibly twin flame. Right now, there's a transition period where you're needing to be patient, and it's time to get to work on this. Not education per se, but whatever your dream is. Lighten up, clear your mind, focus on your passions. And I have no idea why like that is underneath passions. It says bars, cocktails, dreams, disco, party. But anyway, I'm not sure if your passion is drinking, but that's a little interesting. And let's just get 2 more, because this doesn't feel like it's about love. It feels like it's for someone who is in a pause, in a separation, is what this feels like. Or maybe, you know, for some of you, it could just, there was a piece of dust or something. There could be, you know, maybe there's a pause in your love life right now. Maybe you're not trying to mend a connection. Maybe you're trying to manifest new love, but there's a delay. And there's something here about you really focusing on your gifts as a light worker and helping others. And I feel called to, you know, anyway, you could be at an emotional distance with this other person. We have luck, blessing, prosperity, advantage. So taking advantage of this prosperous time right now. I'm hearing now is the time to plant those pentacles. Take that course. Start that YouTube channel. Come up with your name. I'm hearing baby steps. Just take baby steps. Take advantage of the fertile energy for manifestations right now. Start planting those manifestations. Start setting those intentions is what I'm hearing. And we have transformation. Beautiful. Second chance. Look, listen. I was wondering where this reading was going. It looks like after you do all this, you have someone coming towards you requesting your help, requesting a second chance with you, someone who's transformed. I was wondering what this was about. Interesting. Look at that. Finance. You're going to have lots of finances. Plant those pentacles, my friend. Once you're on... I'm someone who believes that when you are on your soul's path, the universe provides for you. But that's just my experience. We have someone requesting a second chance here with you after a transformation. So again, there's something here about focusing on you being a light worker is what this feels like, to help this transformation along. And remember, we have lovers and mending. So it's like you're hoping to mend this connection. And I do feel like this person requests a second chance with you. But it feels like you're supposed to be using this time, utilizing this time to focus on your dream. So that's beautiful. So this is a different type of reading. I'm actually Spirit's telling me to only grab a few cards for you from tarot, because it feels to me like right now you need to be focusing on this path that you're supposed to be focusing on, your dream. So I'm just actually going to get you a couple of, I haven't used this deck in a while. It's the Cozy Witch Tarot deck, and it has little messages on it, so I'm feeling called to get this for you for advice about whatever this is. So, what is your advice? We have the Chariot. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. So it's time to make that move. I cannot tell you how long, like I cannot stress this enough, how long I sat on, I could do that. I could start my own channel. Like, and I don't even know why I was thinking those things because I was not a confident person at the time. And my ego was quickly like, don't be silly. Don't be ridiculous. There's so many talented tarot readers out there. You'll never like, there's too many fish. There's too many fish in that pond. And I would watch other tarot readers and I would feel envious. All part of the lesson. But again, I'm now a firm advocator or whatever the words are to take that leap. If you're feeling called to take that leap, take that leap. You'll wonder why you waited so long. I sure did. We have 7 of Pentacles, investing in yourself, investing in your dreams, building a business. Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. It's interesting because I was feeling all like high vibrational when I came into this reading. Remember I said elevated. So you, my friend, are a spiritual being that's meant to be sharing that vibration with the world, I'm hearing. We have the 10 of Pentacles. When I was talking about how if I'm someone that believes, you know, once you get on your soul path, you can work your way to abundance. That's beautiful. 10 of Pentacles. Having it all looks different to everyone. So you could, you know, think having it all is like having the fancy house and the fancy car, or you could be just someone looking to make enough money to take care of your 20 cats. You know, how many cats are on here? Probably 10. Probably 10. It's the 10 of Pentacles. Why do I feel the need to check? It is 10. Having it all looks different to everyone. And this could bring you financial freedom. This could prepare your family for generations to come is what I'm hearing. You could build an empire. Like, I'm here for it. You can do it. This energy is insane. And we have 5 of Swords, so don't self-sabotage. Don't let your ego tell you that you can't do it. Don't let other people tell you that you can't do it. You know what my friends and family said to me when I was a photographer, and none of them believe in spirituality or religion or tarot or magic. I didn't either. And when I told them, like, I'm feeling very strongly called to be a tarot reader, they were like, what are you, nuts? Why would you do that? Like, so be careful who you share that with, because other people, we mean well by telling them. In a way, we're looking for validation. We're looking for someone to tell us, yeah, you can do that. And some people will. Some people, you know, have healthy relationships and friendships where their friend is like, I believe you can do anything. But some of us don't. And if you are connected to people in lower vibrational energy, you know, they'll subconsciously try and sabotage you from elevating, you know? Anyway, do it. Knight of Wands, follow your passion. Let's see what else comes out. We have the 5 of Wands, which, if you're worried about competition, because I mentioned that for a reason, how I used to look at other readers and I'd be like, oh no, there's too many of them. Like, look at that person. They have 50,000 followers. Look at that person. They have they get 20,000 views on each video. I'll never do that. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is you. And what else was I going to say with the 5 of Wands is, I'm not even going to look at that. The 5 of Wands is inner conflict. So don't let your inner conflict and your ego deter you from this change. And don't let the opinions of your friends deter you from it either. You know, a lot of light workers, I don't know why I'm saying this. Take it as it resonates. But a lot of light workers are, you know, it's not, from what I've seen, they find their tribe after. So usually a lot of people who start, you know, being a light worker, it's not like all of their friends are into the same things. So your friends might not be into spirituality and things like that. Anyway, let's get another one. And then I'm going to go grab a different deck for you. One more. We have the Four of Wands, and this is interesting. Hermit. Hang on. All right, so let's talk about it for a minute. We've got the Four of Wands and the Hermit. So I just want to mention something because I was talking about counterparts. And we've got the Four of Wands and the Hermit, which is, symbolic of, first of all, stability. That was my book, not anything else. It sounded like a toot. Four of Wands is about stability and structure. But, I mentioned twin flames for a reason. So maybe this is part of your path if you want to come into union, finding your soul path, the Hermit. And the other thing I was hearing, I specifically said, it's not like light workers, like I didn't have anyone in my life that believed in what I was doing. And that in time you find your tribe, you find like-minded individuals. So, maybe you have inner conflict from standing out from the crowd, from your friends and family. Maybe you're worried about how they'll perceive you. You'll find your people. Family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. A place to hang your witch hat. Anyway, I love that. So I wanted to look up the Hermit. Contemplating next steps in career, the Path card. Searching for your soul's purpose. This is an interesting one. I don't know when I'm going to post it, probably tomorrow, but I just spent a long time filming a twin flame reading that was, there was a lot about the feminine finding their soul path. So I find that very interesting. Feeling supported by colleagues, bonding with colleagues. So this could help you find your soul tribe as well. That's how I found mine. So I'm going to let's get one more card of advice for you. One more card of advice. And you might have to stand alone from the crowd with the Hermit energy. We have Queen of Cups, healer, baby, healer energy. Love it. You're meant to be a healer. Honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. But I want to look at the Queen of Cups and trust your intuition, your advice, trust your intuition, trust your inner calling. If you're being called to help others, to be a healer, do it. Seriously, I could go back and shake myself like 2 years ago, like just snap out of it. All right. Seeking out support and compassion at work, taking the role of carer, so being a healer, which is already what I was saying. So let's get you, my creator, my light worker. The maker of the Light Seers Tarot has a sacred creator oracle deck. So whenever these energies come through, I grab this deck. You could be someone who has a hard time with public speaking or feeling like anyone would want to hear what you have to say. Ego. And you know what? You get over it. I was someone who had a fear of public speaking. I would get out of it in school. I would have my mom write a note, or I would cry, or I would pretend I was sick that day. I am not someone who's ever been comfortable like having photos of myself taken or being on video. I've always avoided the sound of my own voice. If that is you, it gets easier. It gets easier every time you do it. Through my own inspiration, I inspire others. Your affirmation. I'm just telling you. Anyway, this is magic. But if you're someone who's afraid of putting yourself out there and afraid of public speaking and things like that, it gets easier. It's like a muscle. You have to work at it. You have to build it. And I would have like been so mad at my mom if she had said that to me when I was in high school, like, just get away from me. But you become more comfortable with it. Take it from someone who knows. Creator Earth. So you could be an earth sign. You could be meant to help ground others. Let's get some advice from a little light worker. What does this light worker need to know? Cozy up with risk. Creator Fire. Fire, fire. And we have the sacred flow of yes. So just say yes. Give in to your intuition is what I'm hearing. 61. This is one of the last cards in the deck, which I always find magical. 61. Fearless pursuit of your dreams, an ability to successfully manage calculated and uncalculated risk, pushing past fear, new opportunities, creative expansion of what's possible, learning to control the monkey mind, that monkey mind, learning to bless fear and move ahead anyway, focusing on the goal. Self-care message. So if you're not feeling that way, feeling stuck, an inability to move forward, feeling controlled by fear of uncertainty, time to release negative thought patterns, fear of risk paralyzing growth, the potential to be taking too many uncalculated risks to a point of recklessness. Risk is inevitable when you are pursuing your dream, so go on, cozy up, and get to know each other. Risk is a little bit like a campfire. Both need to be watched and tended carefully. Neither should be feared, and respect and responsibility are part of the deal. And just as a campfire can be a magical catalyst for 100 wonderful stories, risk can be the catalyst for 100 realized dreams. Yeah, anybody who's living their dream had to take a risk. You know, anybody who you see create a tarot deck or write a song or whatever needed to take a risk in doing so. Encountering risk means you are aware, pushing boundaries and innovating, and you are bravely trying new things, testing ideas, and living. Trust that your reward will be waiting for you when you take your leap of faith, and you'll find your soft landing in love, in your investments, in your creations. This is a catalyst for something better. You are working toward an extraordinary life, and the only way to arrive passes right by the warm, inevitable glow of the unknown. I have crazy goosebumps right now. Confirmation. And we have Creator Fire. So Creator Fire makes me think of, tapping into, your creative energies. When we think about the wands. Fire is connected, I meant to say passions. Fire is connected to passionate and enthusiastic energies. It is present in the zest of impulsivity and spontaneity and in the spark of new ideas. Its realm is one of quick movement and intense creativity. Fire also relates to destruction and rebirth, vital to purification. What can fire teach you about the present? And what can your passions and desires teach you about what is yet to come? Is there something that needs to be burned down in order to rise again? And what does the intensity of your creative flame whisper to you right now? Is your creative force being stoked and tended? So it's like there's like this little spark inside of you telling you, you can do it. And you got to stoke that flame, or whatever the proper terminology is. I don't know. Let's just get one more. This is an interesting one. We have move beyond intention to belief and befriend the word polarize. So let's see what this is about. Number 5, Hierophant energy, spiritual mentor. Anyway. The importance of traditions and beliefs, working with a group, bringing your light to a conventional workplace, finding joy in a structured environment, shining your truth into the world and helping others, finding the key to your spiritual north, learning to be your own guru, however you say it. And you know what? I have to mention this. On all of the things I'm looking up, I'm noticing a theme of 11. So one of your cards was on page 65. This is on page 11. There was another one that was on 74, something that equaled 11. So 11. Anyway. You are a spiritual being, and you have light worker charisma in spades. You have the glow of a leader and the ability to bring people together. You use your powerful voice and message to inspire people and show them the way by walking the talk. Seek to serve and move from intention to a place of unquestionable belief. I have goosebumps again. You are being asked to untether your faith so that it can multiply and flourish. Remember that there is no need to follow anyone else without first checking in with your own heart. Are you holding on to old ways of thinking without questioning them? What beliefs are you growing into? Allow Spirit to show you how to believe, how to really believe, because that is how your intentional, miraculous, and spectacular life thrives. Choose your beliefs, write them down. Know that they will guide you through any hardship you face. Say them out loud and hear the conviction in your voice. State your future for the universe to hear, and when you do, you will unlock a beautiful symphony of success. Beautiful. And then you have 25. Display of your inner truth. And I was talking about, I was feeling my throat close over, which is why I started talking about maybe you had a fear of public speaking or sharing your truth with the world. Bravery to share your personal flavor and true opinions, so being your true authentic self. Movement towards a goal, opposing forces, transitions. So when I hear opposing forces, I'm thinking about counterparts, I'm not going to lie. Transitions, growth, taking a stand, personal empowerment. Polarize isn't a bad word. Great leaders are not selling safe, usual, everyday ideas. It's time to bravely put your truth and your wisdom out on display in order to find those individuals. Where is it? In order to find those individuals who totally love what you're saying. Your soul tribe. Finding those soulful... Can I just say something? If you are hearing the whispers that you're supposed to be a light worker and help others, do you know what that means? That means there's a collective of people. You belong to a collective of people who are waiting for your messages. They're waiting for your guidance. They're waiting to wake up. And your truth, the way you show up, the way that you communicate, is you're the one they're waiting to hear. I know that sounds like, woo. Anyway, finding those soulful kindreds may mean that there will be others who disagree what you're trying to do. 5 of Wands. Sorry. And that's okay. It's time to get comfortable with this possibility and steer clear of any safely watered down vanilla choices that are meant to keep you palpable and liked. You are anything but average, so don't hide your powerful message from the world by trying to appeal to the taste of the masses. So this is very important. One way you can sabotage your journey is by trying to be what you think people want you to be. So trying to dress a certain way or talk a certain way or give, a certain type of message that you think people want to be hearing. That's why, like, when people tell me, why do you always channel the same thing? Because I'm not trying to be anything I'm not. I'm channeling from source. I'm channeling true, authentic messages. What comes out is what wants to come out. And seriously, being your true, authentic self is so important. If you're trying to make content for a certain amount of likes, that's why I always say, as long as my message hits one person, that's all that I care about. Anyway, I'm like super rambling. Hang on. So when I was looking into being a light worker and starting all this, that is the advice that I got from a reader, which is don't try and make content or do readings that you think people want to hear. Do what you're being called to do intuitively. And, you know, be yourself, be your authentic self, because that's how the right people for you will find you. So there is something here about, you know, not trying to please others. My book is upside down. Where were we? I got so like, woo! Where was I? Growth and change are by nature uncomfortable for some people, and your particular brand of magic won't be for everyone. Your people will feel compelled by your authentic stories, courage, vulnerability, and honesty. Beautiful. Be courageous and allow your unique flavor of awesome sauce to shine through. Awesome sauce. Sorry. Can I just stay here in your energy all day, you high vibrational being? You're meant to help people raise their vibrations. Anyway, you'll attract people who are fiercely in love with what you're up to, and your heart will feel so full that the light of the world will spill forth from your joy. Yes. Anyway, that's why people are like, why are you so happy? Anyway, beautiful. So I'm going to leave it there. That was your reading. Was not expecting that. I was expecting love. I was expecting, you know, I have my Dementor's shirt on, so I was expecting something completely different, but clearly you're meant to shine through the shadows with your light. Look, light worker. Anyway, I just drooled a little. So anyway, I'm going to go now, but that was interesting. I'll talk to you later. Bye.